Hi, Bob the Canadian here. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. I have something old and something new for you today. I don't have a lot of time right now because it's Christmas time here in Canada, and I'm a little busy relaxing. Sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? I'm a little busy doing nothing right now. But I did want to put out a video today that would help you learn some English words and phrases that we use around this time of year in Canada and the United States. Words that we use around Christmas. So I took an older lesson about Christmas and I edited it to be smaller. That's a hard word to say. I edited it to be smaller, and I've created a quiz for you as well. So if you could do this, if you are interested, when I'm done talking, watch the rest of this video and either learn or review some words about Christmas and some phrases as well. By the way, there's also a picture of Jen in the next part of the video. A small picture of her holding up a wreath. You might have seen it before. But watch the rest of this video, learn the English words and phrases, and then in the description below, there's a link to a quiz. It's on something called Quizlet. There's a webpage called Quizlet. But I made a quiz about Christmas. It will contain most of the words and phrases from the lesson that will start in just a moment. And I've thrown a few more in as well. So if you want to learn a little bit of English around Christmas time, if you are eager to learn a little bit more about Christmas in North America, in Canada and the United States, watch the rest of this video and then take the quiz and see how you do. By the way, before I go, I just want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. I know Christmas isn't celebrated around the world, but it is a time of year where I certainly hope that everyone just has good feelings and is thinking positive thoughts about 2021. I hope that it's going to be a much better year than 2020. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the lesson, learn a lot. I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to teach a little bit of grammar. That's going to be kind of different for me. I haven't done that before. That should be exciting. That'll come out on Thursday, by the way. Christmas is on the 25th of December, or we could also say Christmas is on December 25th, and we would call that Christmas Day. There are a lot of aspects to Christmas. The aspect of Christmas that I'm going to look at today is the non-religious aspect, or what we would call the secular aspect. I know many people would like me to do a topic about the religious aspect of Christmas. I will do that someday. But today we're going to stick with what you would experience in Canada or the United States around the Christmas season. Okay, so we're going to do just kind of a look at Christmas, what changes in the things that you see each day, and what are some of the normal celebrations that we have at Christmas. I don't have a sheet for this, but one of the first things that you have is Christmas break. Students get a break from school at Christmas, and we call that Christmas break. But in general, the entire season we would call Christmas time. Now this sometimes is two words, sometimes there is a space there, but right now in this part of Canada and in most of North America and parts of Europe and many other places in the world, we would call this Christmas time. So it is the time of year before and a little bit after Christmas, but mostly we refer to Christmas time as right around now, between now and Christmas Day, we would say is Christmas time. So it is a fun time of year. There are many things that happen in people's homes and in people's towns and cities to celebrate Christmas, but we are right now in the middle of Christmas time. One of the most common greetings in Canada is Merry Christmas, as well as in the United States. I know that in Britain, one of the most common things to say is Happy Christmas. I think so. I haven't been to Britain, but that's what I read on the internet last night while I was preparing for this lesson. But right now, we would say to people, Merry Christmas. Earlier in the chat, there was a question, can you say, have a good Christmas? And the answer is absolutely. You could say to someone, have a good Christmas. No problem there. Just checking the audio again. I hope we don't have any connection problems like last week. But you can say happy holidays. You can say Merry Christmas. You can say have a good Christmas. All of those are totally acceptable things. Probably one of the most iconic things about Christmas, or most common thing about Christmas, is that a lot of people put up a Christmas tree. So you can see here in the picture, we have a Christmas tree. and the Christmas tree is decorated. People put up either a real Christmas tree or a fake Christmas tree. We used to, a long time ago, put up a real Christmas tree, but now we actually have a fake Christmas tree. It's just a little bit easier for us at this time of year. But the Christmas tree is usually put in a common room in the home, like the living room or the family room. And underneath the Christmas tree, people start to put gifts for each other. So Christmas trees are a very common part of Christmas. In fact, the country of Canada that I live in grows a lot of Christmas trees for people. There are truckloads of Christmas trees that go to our big cities and even to the United States. So Christmas trees are an export product for Canada. I mentioned that people decorate the tree. We put ornaments on the tree. So the things that we hang on the tree are called ornaments. And my kids really like decorating the Christmas tree and putting on ornaments. We also put on lights and tinsel and a few other things, but mostly we put on ornaments. We also hang up stockings. Stockings are something, they look like a really big sock. And not every family does this, but in our home we do hang up stockings. And Jen and I put gifts in the stockings, little gifts for the kids, and they open these stockings. We usually open the stockings on Christmas morning, but I'll talk more about that later. As I mentioned, big presents go underneath the Christmas tree, and you will be surprised. Most people do actually do this. They have a Christmas tree. They wrap the gifts with wrapping paper. Usually the wrapping paper around the gift has Christmas colors or Christmas decorations on it. So they wrap the gifts. Sometimes they'll put a bow on it. And usually the gift will have the name of the person. Eduardo is singing Feliz Navidad in the chat. It's very nice of you, Eduardo. Thank you. Prospero año y felicidad. There, I tried to say it. So you'll have Christmas presents under the tree. This is probably my children's favorite part of Christmas, is that there are gifts under the tree. And I mentioned stockings. The gifts that you put in stockings, we usually call stocking stuffers. So a stocking stuffer is a small gift that fits inside of a stocking. So the gifts we put in stockings are usually little things like small candies or treats or Toblerone bars. If you are from Switzerland, you're probably excited to know that in Canada we buy a lot of Toblerone bars. This is a chocolate bar or a candy bar from Switzerland. It's really, really yummy. But a stocking stuffer is any small gift that fits in a stocking. So we give our kids candies, we give them treats. Sometimes we put socks in the stocking as well, so that they have some fun things for Christmas. On the doors to our houses, we often hang what's called a wreath or a Christmas wreath. This is a wreath that has a lot of greenery and pine cones from pine trees. This is a wreath that my wife Jen made. So at Christmas time on our farm, we make wreaths. So this is a wreath that Jen made. This is Jen. Some of you have met Jen before in the live chat, the live lesson I did where Jen came on as a guest. But this is Jen, and this is a wreath that she made during the days leading up to Christmas. So we sell wreaths from the farm. The other thing you will see a lot of is there are a lot of Christmas lights. We don't just put Christmas lights on our Christmas trees. There are, yeah, sorry, Q Mike. I get excited sometimes and I start to speak really, really quickly. I will try to slow down. So thank you for mentioning that. We put Christmas lights on our houses. We put Christmas lights on the trees outside of our house. If you come to Canada and drive around during this time of year at Christmas time, you will see a lot of Christmas lights. There are just tons of houses, and some people go crazy. They put up so many lights that it's almost too much at this time of year. So people put a lot of Christmas lights on their houses. Hey, another thing that happens at Christmas a lot is something called a Christmas party. There are lots of Christmas parties at Christmas. There are work Christmas parties. So yesterday at my job in the morning, we had a small Christmas party. So we had a breakfast together as all the teachers and the parents and the people who run the school. It's often true that people go to a work Christmas party. So they have a Christmas party at work. And then there are usually other little Christmas parties throughout this Christmas time. Probably the biggest thing that I do at Christmas with my family is that we have Christmas dinner. Again, a Christmas dinner is very similar to Thanksgiving dinner. We have turkey, we have ham, we have potatoes, or potatoes. I said it two different ways. We have green vegetables, we have gravy. So there are a lot of traditional foods that we eat at Christmas. And generally we have Christmas dinner at Jen's parents' house, at my in-laws. So they are my father-in-law and mother-in-law. We go to their house. We have Christmas dinner with my brothers and sisters and my mom and my nephews. And we also have Christmas dinner with just our own kids. So the evening when they open gifts, we have Christmas dinner with our kids. So that's basically what my Christmas will be. I will be eating a lot and visiting with a lot of family. Earlier this week, a couple weeks ago, we went to a Christmas parade. There was a Saturday night where I didn't do a live stream because I was at a Christmas parade. So a lot of towns have what are called Christmas parades. Here you can see there is a float in the parade and Santa is up here in his sleigh. So a Christmas parade is when they close the street in a city or town and they have a parade where there is lots of Christmas music and there are a lot of floats that go by that are decorated for the Christmas season, for Christmas time. I'll do one more and then we'll jump back to the questions. People send each other a lot of Christmas cards at this time of year. So a Christmas card is just something that you send in the mail that says, this one says, "Have a merry little Christmas" on it. So a Christmas card is just a way to send Christmas wishes to someone else. The night before Christmas, the evening of December 24th, is called Christmas Eve. This is the night when children are usually very excited because most kids open their Christmas presents the next day. So Christmas Eve, they usually have a fun little party with their parents and their brothers and sisters, and then kids go to bed. And then the next morning is Christmas Day. And that's when most people open their gifts. The reason I say most people is because some people open their gifts before Christmas. Our kids open their gifts usually on Christmas Eve. We usually on Christmas Eve will open presents. So our kids will open their presents on Christmas Eve. Notice I said that a bunch of different ways. And then on Christmas Day, when our kids get up, that's when they get their stockings. Remember, I had this picture of the stockings. And many families have their own traditions. Some kids will open their presents already this Saturday. Some kids will open their presents on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. So it just depends on the time of year. There is a lot of Christmas music at this time of year. There are a lot of what are called Christmas carols. The songs that we sing at Christmas are called carols. And on the radio, there are radio stations that start playing Christmas music in November already. But there is a lot of Christmas music. Again, my favorite song is Feliz Navidad. Someone asked that earlier. It is, I think, just a happy song. I really, really like happy songs. People who sing Christmas carols sometimes go caroling. This is when a group of people walks around and they go up to houses and they sing Christmas songs or Christmas carols. So this does happen sometimes when you live in a city. All of a sudden, someone might knock on your door and you open your door and people will be standing there singing Christmas carols. It's really cool. It happened to me twice in my life. It is a really cool thing when you open your door at night and there is a group of people singing Christmas carols. Of course, there is Santa Claus, which our children don't believe in, but some kids believe in Santa Claus when they're really, really little. Santa Claus is a man with a white beard, and he wears a hat like this. And apparently, Santa Claus, here he is again, Santa Claus lives way up north at the North Pole. And the story that people tell their children is that Santa Claus on Christmas Eve has a sleigh that is pulled by reindeer, and he delivers Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. Again, we didn't tell our children this story. Some people do in Canada and the United States. They do tell their children that Santa Claus exists. We didn't do that. So the most common house plant at Christmas in Canada is something called the poinsettia. So sometimes we just say poinsettia, but poinsettia. And this is a very popular gift at Christmas when you go to someone's house to have Christmas dinner. It is a plant with beautiful red and green leaves, and red and green are kind of the Christmas colors. So you will see a lot of these at Christmas time. You will see a lot of poinsettias on Christmas Day. They are a very beautiful plant. I'm not sure where they're originally from. They might be originally from Mexico. Maybe someone in the chat from Mexico can tell us a little bit more. But in Canada, we have a lot of these at Christmas time. The thing most people want at Christmas in a country where it does snow is a white Christmas. When you have a white Christmas, it means that there is snow on the ground, and it might even be snowing on Christmas Day. So here, next week, it's supposed to be 5 degrees Celsius. So we will not have a white Christmas this year. A white Christmas is beautiful if you are in a northern part of the world, because there's snow everywhere at Christmas. Everything looks beautiful outside. There's snow on the trees. So that's why you hear sometimes people say, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, because they really, really want it to snow. Sometimes we'll have something called Secret Santa. So Secret Santa is something people do at work, and sometimes students do it at school. But wherever you are with a group of people, you each take a name secretly, and everyone buys a gift for that person. But you don't know who has your name. You don't know who is going to buy you a gift. So if you are living in an English-speaking country and they say at work, we're going to do Secret Santa, everyone's going to pick a name out of a hat. If you don't know what they're talking about, you'll pick a name from the hat. Don't tell anyone whose name you have, and you need to buy that person a gift. And then when you have your work party at Christmas, everyone will give their secret gift away. So you will find out who your Secret Santa is. I hope I explained that well. But yeah, I have a few idioms about Christmas. Sometimes when someone gets something really nice during the year, maybe if I gave my son a brand new car, he could say, wow, Christmas has come early this year. So whenever you get something really cool and brand new during the year, like even in June or July, we often will say, wow, Christmas has come early for you this year because you got something so nice. If you are in the holiday spirit, or if you have a lot of Christmas spirit, it means that you are happy at Christmas time. Some people aren't happy at Christmas time, but if you are in the holiday spirit, you are happy. If someone says to you, don't be a Scrooge, it means don't be grouchy or angry at Christmas. If someone is a Scrooge, they don't like to give gifts, and they don't like Christmas parties. So don't be a Scrooge. This is from, if you watch, I think it's called A Christmas Carol. It is a really cool movie and story about a man who doesn't like Christmas, and eventually he starts to love Christmas. We also have this phrase, When we see something with a lot of lights on it, like this pickup truck, we sometimes will say that it is lit up like a Christmas tree. So some young people, when they buy their first car or truck, they'll put lights everywhere. And then old people like me are like, oh, what a waste of money. That kid's truck is lit up like a Christmas tree. So that is a phrase we say sometimes when something has a lot of lights on it, that it is lit up like a Christmas tree.